Hi, welcome to Texas Alone with Miguel, your source for red pill truth. All right, today we are going to discuss decluttering your life. January 1st of 2023, we're going to talk about decluttering your life. Now that we made it through 2022, it's time to take a good hard look at ourselves. What do we want to keep and what needs to go? All right, what are we going to keep? What needs to be thrown out? All right, let's take a good look at this. What are we going to keep? What are we going to throw out? All right. Because if you don't throw out all your clutter, you're going to collect and collect and collect and collect until the point that one day you're going to look back at everything you just bought. Maybe the hottest game. Then that game went out of fashion. Maybe you went and bought the top dollar shoes. All right. You got tired of looking at it. It went out of style. You had to have the latest shoes. All right. It went out of style. All right. Now, it went out of style. You know? Now we're going to take a good look at decluttering your life. And okay, are you having grown up with an unwritten rule? At one time you were a student in high school, you got to have the latest shoes, you got to have the latest game that everybody's playing, World of Warcraft or WoW or Grand Theft Auto, the latest one that just came out. These developers are making money hand over fist. Okay? Maybe you gotta have that. Then all of a sudden you play that game and you mastered it and you beat it. Well, guess what? And that game's sitting there collecting dust. You just spent a pretty penny for it. Now all of a sudden that game just got put on a clearance rack, marked down. All that money you spent on it, guess what got wasted away, so to speak. All right? You're going to have to declutter your life. And now that you graduated high school, some of you are probably taking a chance of going to university, so to speak. I mean, there are fields you can get into. There are fields you can get into that actually make money. You could be a certified nurse's aide. You could be an RN. You can get paid big money taking care of elderly residents or residents in an assisted living facility. All right? You are going to see stuff that you typically would not see in those facilities. And yes, you're going to see a lot of code codes being used. Code Blue, which is not a very good name. I'm not going to tell you what it is because each hospital or each assisted living facilities have their own protocols that they must follow. All right, each of them have their own protocols. All right, now I'm not going to talk about any other protocols. I'm just talking. You're going to have to declutter your life. What's important, keep. What's not important that you can do without, toss, get rid of. Because at the end of the day, what you got that means something will matter. Okay? So I want to, okay, and like this story here. As I gotten older, I find myself agreeing with Mom. For example, I cringe when I visit someone's house or office. They have stuff thrown all over the dining room table or desk. Obviously, I keep this to myself because I firmly believe people should live how they want to live. Yes, I agree. You should live how you want to live. Some people preferably keep their place minimalistic. Personal clutter is stressful and distracting. It's almost impossible to find items when you need them. It occupies your mind from getting stuff done. How can you focus on your work when a stack of papers is screaming for your attention? Now, and there was a one study or research that got my back got to back this up. It showed a link between clutter and bedroom fun. Number of studies also found that clutter increases stress, decreases productivity, makes it difficult to unwind. Moreover, clutter can encourage bad habits such as unhealthy eating and sleeping problems. This is something that you need to understand, okay? Too much clutter can signal a lack of control. Most worrying to me is clutter can clog neural networks as you will be slower, less efficient in processing information. You know, I've seen a sign that says a clean desk. It's a sign of a sick mind. Actually, it's opposite. Overall clutter can negatively influence your health, work performance, and possibly even your relationships. And yes, um, I need to bring this out. Anybody who agrees with this, please let me know down in the comments section. Thankfully, there are simple and effective ways like following 20 ways to get rid of clutter in your life once and for all. All right, do you have credit card debt? Paying them down and canceling them is the best route to go. Do you have loans? Paying them down. Create a decluttering checklist. Decluttering is a problem most of us. Because of fear, what if I throw away a pair of pants and horror, regret that decision? Even though they were uncomfortable, look hideous, and I hated them, what if I need to troubleshoot a problem someday and I toss out the manual? You get the point. Now, one way to alleviate fear is to realize removing the clutter from your life doesn't mean living a life without any possession you cherish. Well, unless you move, then all the bets are off. You'll be reducing the number of things you own. For example, you need a closet full of blankets. I need many quilts in the closet, but do you? You probably need a lighter one for when it's warm and thicker one when it's colder, in them colder months. You may want to keep a throw on the couch, but you probably don't need that much more than that. Live a minimalistic lifestyle. It's very important. To help you get started, create a decluttering checklist. It can help you make the process less frustrating, give you visible representation of what needs to be reduced. I love your book, Essentialism, by Greg McCowan. Now, you can follow this link right here, and I'm going to put the link into Essential Declutter Your Home Checklist. Use it as inspiration or create your own. All right? Now, don't overwhelm yourself. Start small. Okay, do you remember the pots and pans that you never use? That are made of aluminum, and aluminum has been linked to health issues, health problems. You cook your food in an aluminum pan. They're real cheap, but they're throwaway pans. Well, you want to live a longer life, throw away the Teflon coated pans, aluminum pans. Get rid of those and get you stainless steel pans. Okay? You can put some little butter in there and brown your, cook your eggs, and your eggs will taste great in butter instead of oil or grease. You can live healthier. You can eat healthier at home. Don't overwhelm you. To start small. Let's be real here. Okay. All right. Let's start small. Okay? So yes, don't overwhelm yourself. Start small, all right? Right? So they got tools you can use. For example, I'll give you an example. Let's say you have a mountain of paper. Okay? You have a mountain of paper laying around. Important letters and bills, receipts. Okay? You have important things you want to save. Invest in a mobile scanner, preferably a mobile scanner. Scan your receipts, scan your paper, and get you a barbecue pit. Burn all that paper after you get it all scanned. This way you could declutter your desk and there'd be no paper trail left for somebody else to monkey with or what have you. And if you need proof that you paid for something, you got you a printer and you got you a PDF file which will never age for as long as you hold that file. PDF is going to be here to stay forever. Alright? You can, listen, you can scan birth certificates, you can scan driver's license, you can scan social security cards, you can put all that in the cloud. You see, in a little cloud with this. And some cloud has security vaults that nobody can get into it but you. But you're going to have a password to get into it. Cloud storage used to be a thing that people were terrified of, all right? You see what I'm saying? They were terrified of because of the security issues. Now, people who take care of the cloud and you have to pay subscription to the cloud, they fix it to where you set a password that nobody can get into it. And really, it's the most efficient way to go about it. Anyways, the cloud is secure. All right? Now let's get back into the story here. Take baby steps. Set aside 5 minutes each day. Straighten up a small area like a desk drawer, your car, building up some momentum. Set aside more time dedicated to Friday afternoon to get your office back in order. All right? Then use Saturday to declutter your kitchen. Next week and work on a different home projects. I have to break up cleaning binges on art binges, TV binges, old Christmas movies. While ditching out my old stuff works pretty well. Listen to podcasts while you clean works well. You can't go wrong with Tony Robbins on any subject he covers. Now, this is a very important part. Do you know what? Do you own something that you... Okay. Boys average 18, 19, 20. Their hormones are racing. But they're not matured yet. And, they got STX on their mind. They collect porn magazines. Every kid's going to do that. This is natural. Kids are going to be kids. Okay? They're going to collect naked pictures of stars or celebrities. All right? And think about it. If you're familiar with Marie Kondo, You know how this tip, for those who aren't familiar with it, is pretty simple. Whether you clean your home or workplace, physically hold and touch item that you deciding about. Next, ask yourself this: does it spark joy? Okay, you may not have to ask that literally, but idea to consider how you feel when you hold the object. For example, all right, um, you know, here's an idea. Okay, for example, Kondo didn't want to throw away an old ragged T-shirt from an event that she attended because then when she held that shirt, it brought back good memories. But what if that object doesn't invoke such feelings? Toss it. Part ways with it. There's a crap show box. And only allow one smallish box. Open this box if I wanted to cry over spilt milk. Get rid of it. If it don't bring you joy, get rid of it. Conduct a calendar audit. Clutter is an item taking up physical place. Also entries. You add it to your calendar. Doctor's appointments. Well, take a look at take a look at what you usually do. Do you ever um, you know, think about it. Do you have instances where you go out and hang out with your buddies, but that don't produce anything? Tell your buddies you ain't got time for it. Cut it out of your life. They're gonna call you all kinds of names and stuff, but later on in life, they're gonna watch you produce results, and they're gonna ask you how in the heck did you do that? Just tell them you decluttered your life. And they're going to look in your room. Your room is going to be spick and span, neat and clean. All right? Now, clutter is just not item taking a physical basis. I'll call it be entries that you added to your calendar. Usually calendar clean out includes minute activities and anything that you do automatic, such as brushing your teeth. Examples. Keep that. Would and be unnecessary meetings, committing to too many social events, recording events that no longer fit your schedule. Those you can cut out, but brushing your teeth, you got to keep that. That's part of your hygiene. And trust me, when you remove these tasks and events from and going forward, start saying yes to less and using a scheduling assistant. You should share your calendar with others to avoid double bookings and scheduling conflicts. Here's another one. We all been there, and we all been there and done it. Okay, we've been there, done it in life. You know, we all been there and done it. Adopt a no freebie policy. We've been there, done. You attended a conference or festival, come on, a ton of free swag. I mean, you could use new and free T-shirt, pin, water bottle, beer, koozie. Sounds like a good idea at first, but in reality, it's more stuff adding to your clutter. You see what she's talking about right here? It's stuff you really don't need. It definitely take up some willpower. Stop stockpiling these freebies. And somebody said they found their kids in the neighborhood digging this stuff. Let their parents worry about my trash. Okay? And, okay. Number 6, reconsider your routine. Routine provides structure to your life. In turn, reduce stress, makes your day less chaotic. Establish morning and evening routine. Jot down all your daily and weekly obligations. Add them to your calendar. Well, I write down what's owed every month and do a budget, and that's how I keep my stuff going forward. Batch similar tasks together and only commit to what you can realistically achieve in a day. I do that. And I do that, and my stuff is running smooth. I don't even deviate from that. In short, establish a routine and brings order to your life. It would help you become more productive, prevent you from muddling your day with unimportant activities. Number 7, unsubscribe and remove. Struggling to keep up with your inboxes is a serious waste of time. It's a distraction. That's impairing your productivity, cutting your enjoyment of life. With that in mind, one of the easiest ways to address your inbox is to unsubscribe from emails that you never read. Same thing applies to newspaper and magazines that you never open. Speaking of digital distraction, remove any unused apps from your phone. As an added perk, it will keep your device it'll run at peak condition. You may want to uninstall apps like Facebook, Twitter from your smartphone. I die, but you probably can handle it. The reason that it will prevent you from looking at your phone every time you receive a notification. You see what I'm saying? I only put what I need. Some people, they install games on their phones, and they install games on there, which, by the way, drains your battery life. The only apps I find very useful is like the credit union apps, where I log in and see what my balance will be and what have you. If you know what I'm saying. So, I mean, it is what it is, people. So, don't get now. Don't get sentimental. We have items that have emotional connection to it. You can't necessarily have to throw away all these items, but again, goals to reduce them right here. And remember, I told you about the cloud. If you have difficulty with this, best simple solution: take a picture of the item, put it in on the cloud. Not only this helps you let go, but preserve the memory and not the possession. Number 9 is automate. I don't get into automated. I don't get into. If I control my own money, but I don't let somebody else control it. I control it. I'm in control of my own money. Okay. Um, but one thing I do have automation is where a loan. I remember to put aside money to pay a loan. Okay. So you're gonna have to do that. And somebody says, clear your mind, embrace automation. That's if you want something to automatically take money out of your account without you even realizing it. I rather pay on demand. All right. Number 10. Sometimes you're going to have to bite your tongue and bite your lip and make a tough choice. And trust me, they're not easy. Okay? They are not easy to do. Remove toxic people from your life. Several years I befriended someone who genuinely enjoyed spending time with. They were a lot of fun and always wanted to explore every area we could. The problem is, unfortunately, they would also be a handful. See what I'm saying? And there were several times that they would call me up after having a bad day. Just clear, it was a quick synopsis. It would go on and on. I love to hear it, but soon I was depressed sometimes, felt worse about their situation, what they did. It was out of your control, okay? But if I needed to talk to them, they either listened or wouldn't respond. Eventually, I decided to end the friendship because it was just one side. I took a giant chunk out of my soul. That is very hard to do. Evaluate people in your life that remove people out of your life more worth the time or the energy. All right. Remember I told you about the cloud? Take all your papers and receipts and bills and authentic letters and put them in different stacks. Okay. Get you a all-in-one scanner and printer and copier, or invest in a mobile scanner, which is the mobile scanner will scan everything on the fly, and you can scan both front and back simultaneously. You see what I'm saying? I was able to scan 10 pieces of paper in under 5 minutes with a mobile scanner. It was fast. It was blazing quick. All right. Do you have a receipt from a decade ago? There was a jacket in your closet that no longer fits you. Are there outdated medicine eating up space in your bathroom cabinet? So don't hesitate. Shred, recycle, take to Goodwill. Trash these outdated items. In a recent move, I filled out an entire black garbage bag with filled over receipts, bank records, home purchases sold, etc. I should have shredded them. I didn't keep up with the chore. I wrote down every expenditure I ever made in my life, including cash, one time when I was 15 years old, and gave it away to my friend, the largest blue recycle bin. Well, instead of going through all of that mess, get you a scanner, scan everything, and put it in a file. Okay? And this little file right here, I'm talking about this little file, PDF file, you can open up with any browser or any program that opens up PDF files and look at what you just scanned. I mean, even though you don't have that paper there handy or the receipt, also save your receipts. You're going to thank me later on this, all right? Get you a receipt, scan it into the cloud, and save it. And then take that paper receipt and burn it up or shred it or recycle it. Of course, they print soy ink on the piece of paper and the ink will fade over time. Number 12, simplify your goals. There's nothing wrong with setting goals. Goals give you focus, aid, and motivation and allow you to measure your progress. However, targets are only possible. You have established a small number of specific goals and objectives. Review your goals and make sure they're not too broad or unrealistic. From there, develop an action plan on how you'll follow through with them. Write all your steps if you need to do that. All right. Number 13, tidy up your workplace and vehicle. When think of decluttering, you'll probably assume it's your home or personal life in tip-top shape. It should involve your workplace. Main reason your messy desk is killing your productivity. Process works for women too, by the way. Instead of continually putting this chore off till tomorrow. Schedule a time on your calendar where tidy up your workplace. Excuse me. Now, schedule a time to tidy up your workplace. Ideally, this should be done during a productivity lull, like in the middle of the afternoon. Minimum, it should have involved you. All right. Clearing and cleaning the top of your desk, brush your drawers. Assign a home for your stuff and trashing everything you don't need. Filling paperwork using a standard alphabetical filing system. However, you can go and further and scan these files So you have digital versions. Remember I told you about the cloud and you have digital versions? Now you can shred the original documents as if they're not required. You'll have the digital version. Digital version will never fade over time. They will still stay crisp and clear to read and what have you. Removing unnecessary files or programs from your computer. That will help you speed up your boot up time. Additionally, take time to tidy up your vehicle. It's better for your health. It preserves the interior and can improve fuel efficiency. Did you know that? It will give you some peace of mind, like not having to worry about finding your insurance registration if you ever get pulled over. Stick items together. Have a small bag for makeup, Ziploc for some power bars, and water bottle. Nope, the companion, I already got that in the truck or the car. Alright. Use the four box method. Alright. Use the four box method. Trash. These are items no longer need or want. They're not also worth donating or selling. I'll give you an example. Expired canned goods, expired food. Can't sell it, you gotta chunk it. Give away or sell. You ever look in your pantry, find something you ain't never opened for years and it's still good? Give it away. Give it away. And clothing that's sitting there collecting dust, donate it. Give it away. Things have value to others, sell them or donate. Store seasonal clothing is a perfect example. You don't need to keep your Tommy Bahama shirt hanging in your closet when it's 30 degrees outside. Be a minimalist. Keep and put away things that you regularly use. Detonate a home for them when not used. Here's something else too that's very important. Don't buy anything unless it serves a purpose. All right. Shaving gel, you need that because it serves a purpose. Keeps your skin from breaking out when you shave. Brand new disposable razor blades, you need those because you need to shave. Shave your legs. Maybe shave some other parts of your body like the face or armpits or whatever. I mean, something personal like that. Buy that. Anyways, you need glasses. Focus on getting the best bang for the buck. Pay cash for what you need. Now, if they say BOGO, BOGO, buy one, get one free, that does not serve a purpose to add to your collection. Okay? It might be a bargain, but then you get two pairs of sunglasses for a price. For one nice price. There's no need to add to that collection. What are you going to do with the other pair of sunglasses, that are normal? What are you going to do with them? You're going to find a friend to give one to them to keep from your cluttering up your collection and where you're at. I mean, that's just something to look at. Some of us are introverts. Some of us don't like being around people. You follow me? And make it a social event. Sometimes make it a personal event. Maybe go on a personal vacation by yourself somewhere. Maybe it's fun doing things with others. But when you're introverted, go solo. You have nothing to worry about. This activity is an excuse to spend time with your family and friends. They can also help you determine what to get rid of or what to keep. Just remember, often return the favor. You could even make this game with your children, as you have children. Now, we're going to cover this. It's, many people lie to themselves. And they say, oh, I can multitask. I can do more than one thing. I've tried to talk to a family member. Oh, I can multitask. I can do this, do this, do this, do this, and focus. I said something, and I said, all right, what did I say? Did you know they said half the things that I said that was very important, they missed out on other stuff that was important? Please don't lie to yourself. You cannot multitask. Pay undivided attention. And many studies have debunked that women can multitask. They are lying to themselves. You're lying to yourself, okay? You can't do that. Don't lie to yourself. And this is okay. Now, despite what you believe, multitasking doesn't work. It's impossible. People can't multitask very well, and people would say they can. They're deluding themselves. A neuroscientist told NPR, brain is very good at deluding itself. A neuroscientist said this. You want facts? Um, there's that story there, but I'm not going to put that in the description list. I'm going to put this story right here, this link here. I'm going to put the link to this page in the description, and you can go see that story yourself. The neuroscientist said this himself. The neuroscientist went to a university and studied human health. This is where he got the information. And I'm giving you what he said from full face value because he is a neuroscientist. And listen to this. Switch from task to task. You think you're paying attention to everything around you at the same time, but you are actually not, Miller said. You're not paying attention to one or two things simultaneously, but switching them between them very rapidly, and you'll be missing the point of something very important. Please don't delude yourself, and don't make yourself into a fool, okay? That means that multitasking isn't counterproductive. It also causes your brain to struggle as it attempts to figure out what's going on. I got the facts right here by the neuroscientist right here. He studies the brain. He's a neuroscientist. Better alternatives focus on one thing at a time. He's right. So if somebody tells me, oh, I can multitask, I like to hear you delude yourself. Congratulations. It's time to focus on the deep work that only one thing you should be focused on. It's time to clean out your closet or inbox or that single task that deserves your attention right now. Everyone else will have to wait till later. Number 18, practice mindfulness. One of the best ways to clear your mind as well as decrease stress and anxiety is to practice mindfulness meditation. And the reason why this mindfulness works, it redirects your thought and attention to the present. You will stop being consumed by the past and future and negative self-talk. See, you don't need no prescription to get rid of anxiety and stress. See, you don't need that. You need to have mindful meditation. This is free to use without a prescription. Do you see where I'm coming at with this? Unplug and rewind. And, okay. Now, with that being said, I am unplugged from the matrix. I am unplugged from the conditioning by the cable subscription, satellite subscription. It serves no purpose. Satellite subscription serves no purpose. I don't want to be programmed by someone else manipulating the media outlets. I want to think on my own. I want to think for myself. That right there, you unplug and unwind right there. You think clearly, and you're not as uptight. I had people tell me, "How in the world did you do that, Lone Wolf? How did you do that, Wolf? How do you do that? How do you be so calm and collective in this chaotic world?" It's really easy. Unplug and unwind. Schedule breaks throughout the workday. Get away momentarily. Go for a walk. Read or look out the window for a couple of minutes. At home, establish boundaries. For example, when it's time to eat dinner, don't look at your phone during the weekend. Go out and do something that you enjoy that is not related to work. I do that, and I get paid for it too. I go to another store, pick up something from my store, and I just go and have fun doing it. On the way, and I text my boss, tell him I left, I arrived, I text him, I arrived, I get something, I text him that I'm leaving that other place to come back to where I'm supposed to be at. So this is not only proving that I am accountable for my time, but I also have fun during the process by driving back. So I'm not wasting company time. I'm actually letting my boss know where I'm at all the time. This way he has nothing to worry about. And if I take too long, he's going to go look for me. That's very responsible. Okay? It gives you a chance to decompress. Disconnecting allows you to reduce the amount of media you're consuming. Obviously, you want to learn new information and skills, but too much can clog your brain. It could cause you to forget. Number 20, make decluttering a priority. All right? And there's times I go to bed early. I do this to give my body what it needs rest. I give my body plenty of time to rest. Okay? Finally, there's more decluttering plans, just cleaning and organizing. It's also about staying committed to living a clutter-free life. Easy way to do this is schedule frequent cleaning sessions in your calendar. Get that situated. For instance, you can block out from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. on the last Friday from every month to tidy up your office. Every Saturday morning should be reserved for household chores and so forth. Just take care of that. Idea that you're scheduling sessions that you're committed to following throughout them. Keep your word like you would with an appointment with a client or a doctor. Because also you're staying on top of this, cleaning and organizing your life won't be so overwhelming. Now, I'm going to put this in the description. Now, look at this. My goodness. I'm going to put this here in the description. I'm going to put this here, becoming a minimalist. It's very important. All right, how to declutter your life. I already went through this. And you know, this here talks about how people loaded their homes down with decor, crystals, useless junk that looked pretty to have. But was it actually necessary? Was it actually necessary? You know, you have a nice crystal you put on your coffee table. Man, it looked welcoming. And listen, when you want to clutter your house up with a bunch of junk, that means that's another item you're going to have to clean with a feather duster to get the dust off and keep it clean, keep it welcoming. So you go acquire more junk. That's more stuff you got to clean. Got to feather dust. You get sick with allergies, dust mites, what have you. Let me ask you: does that item bring you happiness? If it does, listen. People just clutter up their homes with unwanted junk. Does it make you happy? Think about it. Living in sustainability. I wonder what that meant. All right, I've cleaned out closets of junk and the clothes that were there for years that had mice feces, mice urine, and the smell of the old urine-soaked clothing. I had to get rid of them. I had to throw them out. In the room that used to stink, it's tolerable to walk in and take a good look at. And I'm going to put this in the description box, okay? This is very important. You need to declutter your life. Because if you don't do it now, it is going to cause you to lose on your happiness. Just remember, you go to a garage sale, buy you crystals for 10 cents. You get 5 or 6 things for $1. It's going to collect dust. So to speak. It's going to collect dust. Okay? It's going to collect dust. It is what it is. I'm going to put all those links in the description and give you a chance to take a look at decluttering your life. Okay? Thank you for watching, and peace out.